The first day of school is supposed to be exciting, a fresh start, a new chapter. But for Isabelle Grace, it was nothing short of terrifying. Transferring to a new high school mid-year was already hard enough, but carrying the weight of her past made it even worse. With every step into the school hallway, whispers followed her. Students leaned against lockers, smirking, judging, assuming. Isabelle kept her head down, clutching her books tightly, wishing she could disappear. She wasn't weak. Not anymore. In her old school, she was the quiet girl, polite, shy, always trying to fit in. That's what made her an easy target. Day after day, she endured mocking, pushing, even cruel pranks. One afternoon, they locked her in a storage closet for 4 hours just to see if she'd cry. And she did. She sobbed until her throat was raw. But that was the day everything changed. She didn't tell anyone. She didn't run home or switch schools right away. Instead, Isabelle joined a local martial arts dojo the very next day. She trained relentlessly, not for revenge, but to build a version of herself that couldn't be broken again. Months passed, and with every bruise and sweat-soaked uniform, she found pieces of her strength. Now, here she was in this new school, with a past full of scars and a heart full of fire. During her first week at Lincoln High, she caught the attention of Logan, Tyler, and Mason, 3 of the school's worst bullies. They fed off fear. They saw Isabelle's quietness as weakness, like sharks smelling blood. One Friday afternoon, as Isabelle waited at her locker for the last bell to ring, they cornered her. Logan sneered, "New girl still too scared to talk?" Tyler added, "I bet she blushes if someone just says hi." Then Mason laughed and reached for the hem of her skirt. The hallway was half empty. Some students watched, some laughed, but no one stepped in. Isabelle froze for a second, not from fear, but from the memories of her past. The laughter, the humiliation, the helplessness. But not today. In one swift, fluid motion, Isabelle dropped her books and caught Mason's wrist midair. Her grip tightened like iron. Before he could react, she twisted his wrist, using his own weight against him. The pop echoed through the hallway. He screamed in agony and dropped to the floor, clutching his broken wrist. Logan lunged toward her, rage twisting his face, but she sidestepped effortlessly. She pivoted, grabbed his arm, and with a clean movement, dislocated his wrist too. He howled in pain and collapsed beside Mason. Tyler froze in fear. "You're crazy." "No," Isabelle said, her voice calm, powerful. "I'm just done being your victim." Students gasped. Some recorded the scene. Others just stared, mouths open, unsure how to react. For the first time, silence swallowed the hallway. Isabelle didn't run. She didn't cry. She picked up her books and walked to the principal's office. Calm. Proud. Strong. The aftermath wasn't easy. There were reports to fill out, phone calls to parents, even a temporary suspension while the school investigated. But Isabelle wasn't worried. Witnesses backed her story. Videos circulated online, painting her not as a violent girl but as a warrior who refused to be a victim again. Days later, a girl named Emily approached her at lunch. "I saw what you did. They used to mess with me too. Thank you." More followed, quiet nods in the hallway, shy thank yous, even hugs. Isabelle didn't want to be a hero. But she had become something bigger than her pain and example. The challenges didn't stop there. She faced judgment, gossip, even jealousy. But Isabelle stayed grounded. She started a self-defense club for girls at the school. She taught them not just how to fight, but how to stand. With confidence, with boundaries, with courage. By the end of the semester, Isabelle wasn't the quiet new girl anymore. She was a leader. A protector. A voice for the voiceless. Moral of the story. Strength isn't about hurting others, it's about protecting yourself and those who can't. The quietest ones often carry the loudest power.